For the longest time, people have been telling me to read this series. It's like inescapable. Everyone always tells me, you gotta read these books. I'm pretty sure we all know I'm talking about the GRISHA trilogy. Yes, that's what we're talking about. And I was like, not necessarily gonna read them because honestly, even though everyone talks about these books, the reviews are quite mixed. So I was like, not gonna risk it. But then I heard about Six of Crows, which is a duology set in the same universe as the GRISHA trilogy. Everyone and their mother says that it's like the best thing ever. I read the synopsis and I was like, this sounds really fun. This sounds right up my alley. And I really want to read it. And so for the last couple of years of my life, I've been wanting to read the Six of Crows duology, but I've held off simply because I haven't read the GRISHA trilogy. And I know you don't necessarily have to read the GRISHA trilogy to read the Six of Crows duology. I know that. People keep telling me that, but my brain doesn't work that way. They take place in the same universe, and chronologically the GRISHA trilogy came out first, and so I feel like if I just jump into the Six of Crows duology, I feel like I'll be like missing some like small bits of information, and my brain can't handle that. I need to know everything there is to know. I need to be completely 100% prepared before I go into this duology. And so I set upon myself the task to read the entire GRISHA trilogy, just all 3 books, right after one another, just to really immerse myself in this GRISHA-verse, I guess, which I just knew nothing about. Also, wait, hold on. I have another thing to say. Another big incentive for me to do this is because I purchased, on a whim, these 2 copies of the Six of Crows duology. I almost never buy books anymore because, like, I don't want to spend all my money on books. But then this happened. I bought these when I hadn't read anything by this author even, but I just thought they were so pretty, and everyone says that these are so good, and I was just like, you know what? They have spray. Come on. And they were like on sale, so I was like, I have to get them. And they have like maps and stuff inside. So this was an impulse buy, and this is also a big reason why I now feel the need to properly get into the GRISHA-verse. Because if I don't, then I bought these for nothing, and that just would be sad. So this is the first video of 3 videos in which I will be talking about the 3 books in the GRISHA trilogy. Today, we shall be talking about the first book, Shadow and Bone. If you haven't read them, I'll give you a short synopsis and a short little review without spoilers. Then I'm going to go into my reading vlog that just has me reading and reacting to the story. And then after that, I might just get into some spoilery thoughts. Yeah. It takes place in a fantasy world. This first book mostly takes place in a place called Ravka, which is, I would say, based on Russia. This world has been plagued by the Shadowfold, which is a sort of area of complete darkness where like monsters are. The main character is Alina, who is an orphan. She grew up in an orphanage. She has this best friend called Mal. They're in the army of some sorts, I guess. Alina's never really been good at anything. But then when the army runs into big trouble, Alina suddenly displays this really strong power, like magical power. She is swept away to this school where she can like learn to hone her power and stuff. It's like, magical school a little bit. Basically, I like this book a lot more than I thought I would, mainly because my expectations were quite low, because a lot of people were telling me that you kind of have to sit through the GRISHA trilogy to get to the good part, which is Six of Crows. So like my expectations were at 0. But I have to say I really liked this. I'm not going to say that it was groundbreaking or anything. I think a lot of the plot was a bit predictable, but I didn't really care. I think what I liked about it is that it was very fast-paced. I felt like the story just flew by. I also think some of the character arcs that were set up in this book were very interesting and like make me really wonder what's going to happen to them in the later books. What I did think, and I think this is something that a lot of first books of series have, is I found the world building. Like, I feel like we just barely scratched the surface of what this world really is, and I really want to know more. And so I am left with like a lot of questions. But yeah, I quite liked it. Why exactly I liked it, and like the spoilery version of this, is coming right now. I'm gonna take you over to past me when she was reading the book, and she's gonna talk about the book, so please enjoy that. Hello everyone, don't mind my hair, I'm bleaching it. I've been reading like before bed a little bit, and I'm really enjoying it. It reads very YA, but that's what it is. The main character is a little bit annoying at times, but like I can see past it for now. I think it's fine. I'm very intrigued by this Darkling person because all I've heard of him is that he's problematic, and I keep wondering why, because he seems like a nice guy, honestly. Like, I vibe with him. I mean, yes, he like cut a man in two with like his powers and stuff, but like it was to save someone's life, you know? And like it just seems like he seems like a nice guy. Am I gonna look dumb for saying this in the end when like he does something terrible? I don't know. Maybe. For now, I'm like all down with the Darkling. I kind of want to see more magic. They have all these like different factions and stuff where like they do different kinds of magic, and I love seeing that stuff, and I want to know more about that stuff, and like I want to see what all the different ones can do, and like I hope we dive deeper into that because I'm like really excited about that, and I just think it's really cool. Okay, I'm about 200 pages in now, and like Alina just sort of like released her power. She finally let go of her like thing with Mal, and like now she can like call on to her sun power. I thought that was really beautiful. I almost started crying, but I didn't. I find her and Mal's relationship so endearing. I love stories that are like, you know, childhood best friends type of stories. God, it's so sad though. Like, he's not replying her. I was gonna say email. He's not replying her text. No, but like, yeah, he's not replying her, and it's very sad. But I'm sure he has like some reason. But we're supposed to think that like he doesn't care about her anymore, but he clearly cares about her. I'm interested to see what this is gonna bring, because it's clearly this is some weird love triangle thing going on with like her kind of liking the Darkling, but also like she always had feelings for Mal, and now that she has kind of let go of her like Mal situation, she's probably gonna go like full on into the Darkling. But then Mal's gonna like come into the picture again, and he's gonna be like seeing her with the Darkling. He's gonna get jealous, and then like, yeah, that's my prediction. And then the Darkling's gonna end up being evil. Although the Darkling really seems like a lovely guy. He does. Like, he sounds great. I'm at the part where she's discovered how to like make the sun come out. Again, I'm finding that this book is reading like really fast. Like, everything's going so fast, and like I feel like a lot of things are left unexplained in a way. I don't know. It'll be saying how like she's been doing all these activities. She's like doing all these things, like she's going ice skating and stuff, but like we never get any actual scenes or like dialogue of that kind of stuff. So like, does she have friends aside from Genya? Because Genya is kind of like her girl, right? But aside from that, we haven't like gotten to know anyone, but like she's been hanging out with people. Also, there's a big party happening soon. The king's family is having like a little ditty, and I'm excited about it because we all know what's gonna happen at the feast. Like, I already know what's gonna happen. First of all, there's gonna be a makeover. It's gonna be like a transformation. She's gonna be wearing like a beautiful dress, and it's all gonna be so fabulous, and like she's gonna look in the mirror and not recognize the old girl that she used to be. I love a good makeover. 100% Mal's gonna be there, and it's gonna be awkward because at this point Alina is gonna be sort of, you know, close to the Darkling. I feel like the Darkling's gonna like kiss her or something. They're gonna have a moment, and then the feast's gonna happen, but then Mal's gonna show up, and it's gonna be like drama. That is my prediction, and I'm very excited about it. This whole book is like, it's very YA, and it's very like, if I was a teenager, I would be even more excited about this. But honestly, I'm kind of reliving the idea of me as a teenager reading this, and like, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. As I predicted, the Darkling kissed her, and now at the party she's wearing the Darkling's colors, which is like a big deal, and like she must feel so special. I love it because I still really like the Darkling. He seems like a neat guy. And I know Genya was like trying to warn Alina about him, don't mess with important people or whatever, but like honestly, he seems like a nice guy. If I was Alina, I would get all up in that. Like, I wouldn't give a crap. He does seem like the type of guy that has a lot of issues, but like, I'm not even mad about it. Like, it's fine. And now I feel like she's getting drunk. Is she getting drunk? She's on her second glass of champagne. We'll see how well she can hold it. So much happened. Okay, so like, oh my god. Basically, like, I predicted everything. Her and the Darkling made out and stuff, and it was like, I don't know why they stopped. And then, obviously she saw Mal, and obviously they had a big fight because Mal's jealous of the Darkling. Like, this is all very predictable stuff, guys. But am I enjoying it? Yes. It's kind of guilty pleasure reading, in a way, because it's like, it reads like fan fiction. Also, can I just say, I can't help imagining the Darkling to look like Kylo Ren. Like, I don't know how that happened, but like, when I'm imagining, like, it's Kylo Ren. Or Adam Driver, I guess. I'm still mad that they didn't continue their little makeout session. Okay, lots happening. It's a little later. I took a shower and stuff. Should I have seen this coming? The Darkling is plotting something. Did he really just like fool us the entire time? I mean, okay, listen. Every single time I do one of these book reading videos, there's always that moment where like I didn't see the big plot twist coming. I don't even know if this is the big plot twist. It's just, she's in this place. The old lady just like took her, and she was like, oh my god, you gotta come with me. The Darkling is gonna use the fold as a weapon, and like, you gotta get out of here because he's gonna make you into a slave or something like that. And I'm just like, but he was such a nice guy. Even though I knew that like everyone on the internet always said the Darkling is like a bad person, the Darkling is problematic, and I was reading this book thinking, why is everyone saying that? He's so nice. I am so naive. I don't know what to say, man. So, not only is he the Black Heretic, he created the Fold, he also created the Volcra, and basically everything he ever said was a lie, and he's planning to enslave Alina. Wow. I feel bad for Alina because she was like in such a like bad place. Like, she felt so unwanted and like she didn't belong anywhere, and then like finally she thought, you know, she was wanted by him, and like she could be useful to him, and so she was so eager to just like please him, which like makes sense for someone like her as a character. And then this happens, and it's just, this is gonna give her trust issues. Not gonna lie though, I still think he's kind of hot. We won't go into that. Alina and Mal are trying to find a stag, and like, you know, Mal was like being really like cold toward her at the beginning, and that was just heartbreaking. But like now, like, they're kind of okay again. But then like Alina told him that like if the Darkling finds her and like puts that collar on her, she wants him to kill her. She doesn't want to become that monster. That hit me a little hard. And just like the way Mal clearly cares about her hits me in the feels real hard. Like, Mal cares about her so much, and I just care about them so much. I don't know how this happened. I just want them to be okay. Yeah, I'm still 100% into the Darkling. Like, I always like the dark characters. Also, I really do love Mal though, and like, I 100% want Alina and Mal to like get married and have babies. Also, I was wondering, like, does the Darkling have a name? Because like, I don't think we know his name. Like, Alina literally calls him the Darkling. But like, what's his name? What's his name? Is it like Bob or Mark or Jonathan? Okay, I'm like 40 pages from the end. Yeah, man, Alina is like under the power of the Darkling, as I expected. We all knew this was gonna happen. I don't know, man. The Darkling just like, he's just so cool. I'm not trying to always love the evil characters. It's not like I try to do that. It just happens. Because why? Because they're genuinely always the coolest. This guy is just sitting in his comfy chair in front of the fireplace and just like drinking his little kvass and just like chilling and just like he got style. He has so much more class and style than any other character in this book. Like, I love him. I like him. Yikes. Lots of stuff happened. Mal almost died, but then he didn't, which, of course, he didn't. Alina just, like, randomly just suddenly realized that she does have the power of the stag, which honestly is a little bit of a cop-out. I mean, at least they won, right? At least they didn't die. Also, I don't want to say happy. Happy is not the right word, but, like, I'm happy. I'm happy with the fact that their saving came at a cost. You know how, like, she literally doomed everyone on that little boat. Most of them probably dead, right? Like, a lot of people. She killed a lot of people. I like when victories come with, like, a big price tag on them. I feel bad, though. I feel bad for Genya a lot. I like Genya a lot. And, like, she's probably dead. And, like, that's sad. Also, Ivan. I really liked Ivan. I don't know why. Is Ivan? I liked him a lot. He's probably dead. I feel like the Darkling's probably not dead. We need him for book 2 and book 3. I'm hoping anyways, because he's good fun. But yeah, I'm not done yet. I still need to read like a little bit, so hold on. Oh, that's a really pretty ending, actually. I like the way that ends. Mal and Alina are so cute together. I just think they're so cute. I love how this book just ended with a big aw. So sad, so tortured, but I liked it. I'm probably immediately gonna start reading the second book tonight. Probably. I'm quite excited about it, actually. Yeah, this is nice. Hello, I'm back. Yeah, man, that was me reading, what's it called? Shadow and Bone? Shadow and Bone. I think I explained most of what I wanted to say during the reading vlog, so I'm not gonna add too much to it, except that it was just like a fun ride, and I really like the Darkling. I love his character. I love how manipulative he is. When he talks, like, you kind of start to see his point of view and you almost kind of like want to go like, oh yeah, that makes sense, yeah, I'm on your side, when like, don't do that. I really like a character like that, and I also am very intrigued to know more about him, and I think we're gonna find out more about him hopefully in the coming books. I've heard so much discourse online about the Darkling, about like some people think he's so problematic and terrible and blah blah blah, and like other people are like in love with him and stuff. Like I can see why he's the type of character to like have that kind of discourse over, because he's wild. Like, I'm the type of person, I am always drawn to dark characters. In real life, I don't go for the bad boys, but like in fantasy, a bad boy is just like that more intriguing. Like Mal is just boring, you know? But the Darkling, like, he's got that like evil side. You never know what he's gonna do next. Like, that's fun. In real life, I don't need that much excitement, but in my fantasy, yes please. I was gonna do predictions for like the next couple of books, but the problem is I've already finished the second book. I'm sorry. But I'll be filming the second video, and in the second video I'll be giving my predictions for the third book. So yeah, that was me reading the first book in the Grisha trilogy. I am quite excited, quite happy to be reading these books finally. Please tell me what you think of the Grisha trilogy in the comments, because it's such a like polarizing book. Like, some people love them, some people hate them, some people think they're so boring, some people think they're the best thing ever. Like, it's very like, I don't know, it's interesting. Also, who's your favorite character? Important questions. Also, if you were a Grisha, what kind of a Grisha would you like to be? Okay, I'm gonna go. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Goodbye.